Welcome, friends! It's Retro Sega Wonder Show. Today I wanted to play a little King of Fighters 95, the arcade game. I have almost no experience with this game, so I thought I'd practice it a little bit just for the fun of it. And I thought, why not bring you along for the game? So we're gonna just play some King of Fighters 95, the arcade version. Here's some only somewhat helpful instructions on how to play the game if you're not already familiar with the controls. Standard 4-button controls, 2 kick, 2 punch. Which is all I think you really need in a fighter. I know a lot of the Sega fighters have 6 buttons, which is fine. The strong kick and the strong, medium, heavy, all that stuff. But I think just having 2 kinds of kicks and punches each is good enough. So like I said, I'm not really that familiar with this game. I don't know most of the special moves, and I'm not very up to speed on the different button combinations, just like I know if somebody does a special attack, rather than a normal block, you have to hit A and B in order to dodge it. This stage right here is probably playing havoc with the encoder, with that water. Well, if I lose this section here, then I think rather than doing a rematch, I'll just let the game start over, so we can get a new background that maybe is more friendly to the encoding and streaming. We have won! I guess the lesson there is when she's doing the woo-woo big red portal ball thing, don't jump into it. Oh. Yeah, whatever you said. Luckily, some of the special moves do use familiar button combinations. But I think there's something about the power bar in the lower left-hand corner of the screen where your power bar has to be filled a certain amount to do certain special moves or something like that. Bambra! I don't know if this particular team I keep choosing is my favorite team or not, but considering I'm not familiar with the game, I figured I should probably just stick with one team while I'm still getting familiar with the controls. The dodges aren't that easy to do. You have to press A and B together in order to dodge the special attack. And there's something about pressing C and D together, which is supposed to do some kind of throw, I think. However, you can still do a normal throw anyhow. Like just when you go up to your opponent and press the direction and hit the attack button, you can do a normal throw. So I'm not sure why you need an extra button combination to do a special throw. Maybe there's like a... That's great. Maybe there's a certain instance or a certain time when you're supposed to do that special throw. But I am not sure. I know you can press A, B, and C together in order to power up some, but simply fighting causes you to power up some as well. I'm pretty sure that's a guy. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a guy. Ba-da-ba! Oh, I think I accidentally chose a different team. Oh well. I guess we'll go with this team. Maybe we'll have more luck with them anyhow. Let's see, can we figure out some of this guy's special moves? See how the computer just dodged there? Like that? Like we didn't do? Or we didn't do again? So he's completely powered up for whatever good that does. Again, I think this is supposed to be a guy. But Benimaru N. You know, it makes me wonder if there are any sumo wrestling games. There have to be some sumo wrestling arcade games. Maybe not in this country, but probably in Japan. I'm sure they have to. And I wonder if the sumo wrestling games in Japan feature the actual sumo wrestlers that are part of the scene there, or if they're all made-up characters. I'm sure those shoes can't be comfortable to fight in. So this big guy seems fairly powerful. But of course, like the big guys normally are in games like this, that also means he's slower. As for special moves, what do we have here? One of those, one of these, Oh, that's not very special. See, when it comes to the special moves, I don't know if I'm just not doing some of them correctly, or if the power meter just isn't built up enough yet. If maybe you need to build the power meter up more to do certain special moves. If you know, certainly let me know. Of course, this is a more difficult fighter, at least it seems that way to me right now, not being very familiar with it, but it's supposed to be a more difficult fighter because... Look at this guy. Okay, because they want your quarters, of course. Being an arcade game, I mean, the main purpose of arcade games is to make money. They do want them to be entertaining for the player, at least entertaining enough to where they want to keep putting in quarters. That guy's very special. But of course the main purpose is to make money. So they don't want to make it too easy or straightforward. Or sometimes they don't want to make it easy at all or straightforward at all. So that way you spend all of your quarters just trying to figure out the game in the first place. I wonder if the original arcade cabinet had like special moves lists on it. Or if that's the sort of thing where people just had to figure it out on their own and share it with their friends and let them know what special moves they figured out. And of course, one unique thing about this game, because you have 3 different fighters you have to fight through on your team, you can't just stick with one fighter. That means it takes longer to get familiar with any one particular fighter's moves or special moves, which could certainly lend even more to spending more money and giving the arcade machine more quarters, because it takes you longer to get familiar with everyone and what they can do and how they smell and all their little magic spots. That wasn't a magic spot right there. Oh no. Yeah, that guy really is very special. Okay, this looks like an interesting bunch to fight against. So let's see, what works against this guy? Do we need to do some big kicks? Maybe some little kicks? Another thing about this game is the attacks do a lot of damage. In some fighting games, you can smack each other around for a while before you win. But in this game, it only takes a few good hits, a few special moves, and that's it. Going back to the conversation about quarters and arcade machines wanting quarters, I guess that's one way for them to maximize the number of quarters they get from a game is by making the game rather quick. So then it increases the amount of quarters you put in for the given time, you know, like you have to put quarters in more quickly, more often, so then they get more money. Let's do a rematch with... I already inserted coin. Oh, I think I hit the wrong button. I think I hit the two-player button. I guess if you wanted to get practice in on a particular fighter, that's one way you could do it, by putting a quarter in each side, so that way you can just get all the practice you want. Okay, now it looks like we're playing against a computer opponent. Yes, we are. And I still don't know any of this character's special moves. Any of them. Let's see, maybe he has to hold back first. Yeah, okay. He's one of these special moves fellows where you have to hold back and then press forward. At least with his I don't know what you want to call it, fireball thing. But hey, at least we're winning against the computer with a completely unfamiliar character. That's good. Now, does he have any kick special moves? Or is it just the his fireball projectile thing? Oh, well, it was close. We almost took out the second guy. And we have Mr. Vest here. He has a nice vest. Now he's getting all banged around. Yeah, woo! What's this character's name anyhow? The one we're playing as. Ralph up against, what, Chang Mohan? Something like that. It seems like almost every fighting game these days has at least one really big character with a chain or something similar to that. Well, that wasn't a special move for sure. Ready, go to you too. So this is Clark, the second happy vest friend. Seems like these two guys are happy vest friends. Oh, that one I think actually was a special move. Happy vest friends. Let's see what we can do here. We still haven't... No, we did figure out the one projectile attack move with this guy. Although I don't think that's going to help us very much against this character, who's a lot quicker. See, the projectile move was some of that. And there, he dodged it. Like a little dodger. Time to bring in the happy vest friends. By the power of their vest. Okay, so this guy has a back-forward punch move where you do a whole series of punches. But obviously that's a close-range attack. Here's Happy Vest Friend number 2. The throw attacks, or the grapple attacks, I suppose you'd call them, are always good. Always good to do those. It seems like ducking and strong kicking is always also, or fairly often, effective. Unless they're doing something like that, of course. Hey, we actually got on the leaderboard that time. Whoopity-doopy. Okay, now we'll get back with the main team that we were practicing and trying to figure out. And hey, we got on the ranking board. Hooray for us. And this time we'll do it properly, just a one-player game. And this is the team we've been practicing and trying to figure out. So a nice throw move, a nice ranged attack. Focusing on the heavy kicks for now. The guy's completely powered up. I guess maybe in addition to enabling some special moves, maybe it just increases the power of their attack. Maybe it really is just that straightforward, where it simply increases the power of their attacks. Oh, look at that. We did a combo and I don't even know how we did it. Okay, so pole guy here, you have to be careful of. With his extendo pole. At least we did relatively okay against pole guy. Billy Kane. Pole guy extraordinaire. Oh, and that's it for pole guy. And this character we're playing right now, doesn't he really look like an Andy Bogard? I guess they wanted to go for more realistic names, like more normal names, like these were just normal people competing in this fighting competition. I got one of those too, somewhere. Or I got oh, I got that. That's nice. Oh, but that wasn't as nice. That wasn't as nice. But we should be able to take this guy out with our third fighter. That's That's the hope anyhow. I mean, in this game you never know. Yes, let's do some smacks. Oh, he's doing his super power-up. Super friendly power-up. Oh, he's dodging like crazy. Oh, we did it! Look at that. This is the first time we've completely cleared a team using this particular team. Ah, it's them again. Neo Geo SNK. But you can see how that guy just smacked us a couple times, and already this character's taken care of. That's nuts! I do think it's kind of amusing that SNK or Neo Geo put itself into the game here with an arcade in the background. I always kind of enjoy little touches like that. It's just amusing to me. So he has this character here, the Andy Bogard, has a flying elbow thingy, sliding elbow thingy attack you can do. Now this character here, the Joe Higashi, he's not very fast, but his attacks are fairly powerful when you actually land them, especially his heavy kick. And this super knee thing, when that attack starts, it seems to me like you have to kind of alternate between the buttons. You have to start mashing all the different buttons for that to actually do damage. Oh, at least we got through to the second team that time, so that was good. And we got on the leaderboard again. Well, let's just go ahead and restart and see what team we go up against next. It looks like the 5th place. And we're starting right off against, well, no, this is a different mix. It's this guy with the great big ball, but he's with some different people, I think. Maybe they're just arranged in a different arrangement. Either way. So as you would expect, this big guy is slow but powerful. And that could be it. Almost. It almost is. No, that's it. I'm still not familiar with really how to pull off all the special moves. It seems like sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. And I don't know if that's because I'm just not hitting the special moves every time, or if it has something to do with the power bar. But there's that fellow, Andy Bogard, is the winner. Oh, it's the first of the Super Vest friends. Although it looks like he doesn't have his other Super Vest friend buddy with him this time. I guess just the different team competitions, as in the way the different teams are arranged. Perhaps some of the teams have the same people on them. And this guy really likes his grapple moves, and we just kind of let him do all of them. I suppose you could probably try to dodge those. I don't know. I know this guy has a some sort of whirlwind ranged attack. There we go. Does it use the power bar when we do that, or do you just simply need to have some power on the power bar in order to do that. Because it seems like we couldn't do it at first. And he has that flying kick attack for all the good it did us. But he still has it right in his back pocket. The most familiar sound in the game. Well, considering it does give you the option of editing the team during the team select, I guess that means you can have whatever sort of people on the team you want. But we're just going to continue to stick with this pre-generated team here to get familiar with the characters and their moves. I suppose I could look it up online to see who the characters are and what all their moves are, and maybe I actually will later on. But this is just, like a first playthrough, getting familiar with the game. I know this game came out for the PlayStation, and I think the other games in the series came out for the PlayStation also, but only in Japan. I think this one, King of Fighters 95, is the only one that came out for the PlayStation outside of Japan. At least that is my understanding. Great, thank you for that. It looks like that sort of, what you want to call it, like the sweep kick, that thing, is best to do from mid-range. Ooh. Well, at least we got a few hits in. You smackety dackers. So that character on the far left, you tell me, is that a boy or a girl? Is it a girl wearing a jacket, or is it a boy wearing makeup? I'm not sure. We're not playing against that. Okay, it looks like it's probably a girl when you see the full form here. But we're playing against them again? Yeah, take some of that. That's right. And I'll take some of that. Hey, look, there's a jack-o'-lantern in the background. Right there on the wall. On the right-hand side of the screen. So this character here seems to respond well to strong kicks. It seems to be a good attack to use against them. Hey there, girl. How you doing? I can't imagine why the animators would use extra frames on animation, extra frames of animation on her. I just can't imagine. So strong attack, strong kick doesn't seem to be as effective against this particular character. So far it seems like jumping from one side to the other. This is somewhat helpful. But that's pretty much what I expected. If we get one good throw in, if we get two good throws in, we might actually be able to win this one. I think one of the problems is that I'm just attacking the whole time, and I'm not doing much in the way of defense. But the game feels a little different than your normal 2D fighters, and the defense, doing defense feels a little different. In some games it seems easier, or at least perhaps more automatic. In this game, though, it seems like something you have to concentrate on more, like you need to specifically do defense rather than just holding back when you're not attacking. Okay, let's try one more round for now. With the good old same team of them as we've been doing. In front of the Neo Geo arcade place. Well, I can do little smacky moves too. You want to see some smacky moves? There's a... Yep, I just thought maybe you'd like to let you do those smacky moves we're talking about. That's specifically what I was trying to do. Now, if I can get one more hit in, we can win. I'm definitely going to have to look up some moves lists and strategy guides if I want to keep playing this. And even though it's a fairly difficult fighter, it's actually kind of fun, and I do want to keep playing it. I would like to learn it better. And looking up some actual instructions would definitely be nice. Or helpful, at least. Great. Got a little magic there, little sparkles. Now this guy, when he can actually do it, he has that long-range kick. That one. Which lands fairly often. And it's a good special attack to do, but it seems like I can't always pull it off. Again, I don't know if it's because of the power meter or just because of the way the game works, but... I think that's going to do it for this little playthrough. I hope you've enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. Follow if you're watching this on Twitch. Like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And tune in again next time for more fun.